welcome to Prague for game day 3 of Group D at EuroBasket 2022. Yes, after a rest day in the Czech capital, we are back in action with 3 more games today, and we start with Poland against Israel here at the O2 Arena. The Poles looking to recover from their first defeat at this tournament 2 days ago. Israel aiming to remain perfect and put themselves top of the group, at least until this evening. I'm Tim Long, great to be with you alongside FIBA analyst Josh Davies for the 41st edition of basketball's European Championships. We are at the midway point of the group stage, and these two nations know a win today would take them a huge step closer towards the last 16 in Berlin. Well, later on, it's close to make or break for both the host Czech Republic and the Netherlands. Only one can get their first win, while Serbia look to stay perfect against a Finland team that had an impressive win on Saturday. 2 games played for all of the teams so far in Group D. Serbia and Israel top of the group at 2-0. Finland and Poland 1-1. After 5 games each, the top 4 go to the knockout bracket in the German capital. Josh, Israel have shown their quality and their grittiness to go 2-0 from 2 tight games so far, and we've seen the best and the worst from Poland. How do you see this one shaping up today?
Well, Poland again has to play with a sense of desperation. You can't go down 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Israel can't be complacent. You want to finish top of the group if you have a chance to. Obviously, Israel yet to face off Serbia, but it's going to be down to Denny Avdija again. You know, he's had 2 great games, especially coming up with some clutch moments. Can he do it a 3rd time here against Poland? We talked about it pregame. AJ Slaughter has to step up today. Mateusz Panitka has to bring it yet again. He's been, very active, but didn't play much in the second half in that loss against Finland. So hopefully he's got some fresh legs. Hopefully they can play some better defense, knock down some shots.
2 come from behind wins so far for Israel. First in overtime after trailing by 14 against the Finland team that arrived into the tournament having won 7 straight World Cup qualifiers, and then from 11 down against the Dutch team, who were very gritty in their performance but lost in the end by 7. And Poland being introduced now 1-1, so impressive. In their first game, they dominated on the inside to beat the Czech Republic 99-84 on Friday, shot 69% on 2s, outscored the host 52-38 in the paint, got 6 extra offensive rebounds, but the following day scored just 59 points in a 30-point loss to Finland, shooting just 31% from the field, their lowest percentage in a EuroBasket game in the 21st century.
Yeah, it was a tough game for Poland. They were down 10 after the first quarter, 14 at the half, down 20 after 3, and then they lost by 30, right? So things just went from bad to worse in that game. But, the beautiful thing about a tournament, you have a chance to bounce back very quickly.
We'll pause ahead of this one for the 2 national anthems.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of Poland. Prosím, zůstaňte stát, zazní také hymna Polska.
Two former silver medalists at EuroBasket set to go toe-to-toe. It's the 10th meeting between these two at this competition. Israel have won 6 of the last 7, and each of the last 6 have ended with a final margin of 8 points or fewer. The signs over the first 2 games for these two at this edition of the competition suggest this one could be very close as well. Deni Avdija has been the difference maker so far for Israel, and defense has been the difference for them. 10 steals, helping to force 18 turnovers against Finland. 7 steals as the Netherlands had 15 turnovers on game day 2 and were held to 67 points. Israel have actually shot the lower field goal percentages of the 2 teams in both of their games so far, Josh.
Yeah, Israel, despite shooting below 40% in both their games, they've just been able to make plays at timely times to squeak out the wins, essentially, as you take a look here at the starting lineups in a moment.
For Israel, Roman Sorkin, Gal Mikel, Deni Avdija, Nimrod Levy, and Tamir Blatt. A combination of youth and experience for them.
So Jake Cohen moves to the bench as Roman Sorkin gets a starting nod after playing very well in the second half against the Netherlands. There he is. Honestly, he's a superstar at the European level at this point. We can say that after his first 2 games in this EuroBasket. The Washington Wizards player, 22 points per game, shooting 45% from 3. Also 9.5 rebounds, which is 6th so far in the tournament. He's also top 10 in fouls drawn, picking up 7 a game. He's top 10 in blocks, 6th there, 1.5 blocks per game. He is 4th in turnovers, though, so that's the one part that Coach Guy Goodes would want to make sure that his player can kind of, cut down a little bit.
The coach's star has certainly stepped up to set the tone on offense and defense. In fact, Avdija, the first Israeli player to score more than 20 points in back-to-back games in a single EuroBasket since the great Oleg Katas, who did it in 1997 in 3 in a row. As we see Poland, Balcerowski big at center, Sokołowski, Sal gets the start. AJ Slaughter had a really tough game too, and Mateusz Ponitka, the captain.
Yeah, AJ Slaughter, we talked about the fact he needs to bounce back, but it's really going to be the captain, Mateusz Ponitka. He's averaging not just double-figure scoring, even despite the fact that he didn't play that much in the last game, but 7 assists per game, which is also, I believe, 6th in the tournament. Him and Tamir Blatt tied at that number with 7 assists per game. So, again, 17 points. He's shooting 50% from the field. Can he deliver once again? You know he's going to bring the intensity. He's going to be in attack mode. He's probably going to get fouled a couple of times as he heads to the basket. And Coach Igor Milicic brings the intensity himself on the sidelines.
His team in need of a response. Ponitka and Slaughter both had 9 field goal conversions each in game 1, only 1 each in game 2. The Stars need to step up to try and take Poland to 2-1. They went from 5 scorers in double figures and 99 points against Czech Republic, the highest tally in a EuroBasket game since 1985, to then just 59 points against Finland with no player in double figures for the first time at this competition since 1959, ironically against Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, you saw Israel winning their first 2 games of the EuroBasket just for the 3rd time. And also in 2015, Israel beat Poland 75-73 in Group A in France, punching their ticket to the round of 16 in that particular tournament. And obviously, if they win here tonight, a chance to pretty much put themselves in the driving seat for that. In that matchup, we actually did see Gal Mikel at 18 points for Israel. AJ Slaughter, Ponitka, and Aaron Sell, the 3 returning players from Poland. Consistency, right? 7 years, the same kind of core, obviously with Ponitka and Slaughter. So, you don't expect them to be too deflated after the game against Finland the other night.
And Israel have never won their first 3 games at a EuroBasket. They've not won 3 in a row at any point in this competition since the mid-80s, when they won 5 straight, which included a 91-86 victory over Poland. Plenty of promise for these 2 teams so far here in Prague. Israel winning their first 2 for only the 3rd time in their 30 EuroBasket appearances. And Poland showed they can thrive in a big atmosphere by beating the hosts with their best offensive performance since 1985. But both, we should remember, still have to play Serbia. So this is a potentially pivotal matchup on game day 3. Israel want to show that the time is now for their young stars who won back-to-back under 20 Euros golds in 2018 and 2019. And Poland, who went to the World Cup quarter-finals in 2019, want to prolong this tournament as long as they possibly can knowing that they won't get a chance to compete at the next World Cup next summer. Myself, Tim Long, alongside FIBA analyst Josh Davies here in Prague. And a false start. We're just about ready to go. The first of 3 games on this court on game day 3. We're back underway after the rest day yesterday. And Poland have the first possession, looking to respond to that disappointment on game day 2. That's the perfect way to start.
Yeah, great pass there from Balcerowski, who has picked up a number of assists here in the first couple of games. And Aaron Sell rewarding the coach for putting him in the starting lineup.
Balcerowski played a huge part on game day 1, and then it was quiet on game day 2. An excellent passing big man as it comes back out here to Mikel, and then Abdia penetrates the paint, draws the defense, pushes off, and Roman Sorkin in the starting lineup for the first time does the rest. Yeah,
nice finish there from Sorkin. We saw him really be aggressive in that second half. Had a few highlight plays as well. Him and Abdia kind of forming a nice little connection here.
Panitka to Balcerowski. 4 assists in that first game, all of them in the first half, in fact. Sokołowski short. He's been off so far here in Prague. And Israel push the ball swiftly down the floor. Black gets it back, pulls the trigger on a 3, and Israel are firing already.
Yeah, Madar loving that shot from his backcourt teammate, Samir Blatt, knocking down another 3, got off to a hot start against the Netherlands before cooling off a bit.
Panitka swiftly inside. Balcerowski's first chance to attack in the paint, shows his footwork and his finish.
Yeah, nice little couple drop step spin moves and the lefty hook. Also, Gal Mikel getting the start here for the first time in the tournament.
Balcerowski, just a 21-year-old, 2 meters 15 center. Really promising in the Euro Cup the last couple of seasons. Willing to put his body down on the hardwood as well.
We take a look at the Avdia feed to Sorkin inside. And then the Tamir Black catch and shoot 3.
Black, the main creator for this team, has averaged 7 assists over the first 2 games, knocked down a few 3s as well. Sorkin, he won't take the 3, passes on to Mikel. Mikel bundling past 3 of them, couldn't get his angles right high off the window. AJ Slaughter, with all the players desperate to respond for Poland, he probably stands above everybody else. Such was his performance on game day 2 and the disparity of it to his blistering game day 1 performance when he put up 23 points. Just 4 points against Finland on Saturday. Sokołowski off to AJ, up against Sorkin. Drags the big man out to the perimeter and pulls it back. He gets it back from Panitka. He's been more of a scorer than a creator in this team, AJ Slaughter, but he's capable of doing both. Balcerowski from the elbow, and this might be his afternoon.
Yeah, good patience there from the Polish offense, going inside and out. Free throw line jumper for Balcerowski for a 2nd field goal already.
And an assist as well. Open 3 though for Israel. Pops out for Nimrod Levy.
Well, Levy had a tough night against the Netherlands. 0 points in just 4 minutes and 3 fouls after a great first game that had him in double figures.
Sokołowski spins, misses the layup. And Mikel leading the fast break. Black with the 2 creators on the floor at the same time. And the paint is Roman's empire.
And Black dropping a dime there. I thought he was going to feed Avdia on a skip pass. Instead throws the alley-oop.
Panitka to the corner. AJ with the freedom of the perimeter to get back in business.
Well, you saw AJ Slaughter stepping into that 3-pointer on the catch. And a great start here from both sides.
Abdia to Sorkin. You saw one of those big alley-oop finishes from him in that impressive game day 2 performance. We've seen one already here. Little fake on the long 2. Abdia into the paint. Dishes off towards the baseline again. It's not happening for Nimrod Levy.
Avdia very unselfish in the first quarter, yet to look for his shot.
Levy 0 of 2. Sokołowski. And it goes to Aaron Sell. Spins towards the baseline. He misses off the window as well. Balcerowski is all over Sorkin to no avail. Black out to Mikel. And they'll slow it down with the young playmaker and the veteran playmaker in the backcourt. Abdia,
turn around fadeaway.
Draws the defense again. All about the Avdia gravity right now, and that leads to the open shot from the far corner.
Yeah, you're right. Avdia commanding so much attention defensively. Draws a couple defenders, kicks it out. Good ball movement, an open three for Levy, who's finally off the schneid.
Panitka bypasses Balcerowski. Sokolowski for three, and these two have both started firing on all cylinders.
Well, the rest day seems to have paid off for both teams. They both look fresh. Shots falling here in the first 4.5 minutes.
Blatt threads it through. Levy across to the far side. Mikel for three misses. Levy on the boards, couldn't grab it. Sokolowski does. Had a good performance on game day one. Sokolowski, like many of his teammates, was quiet on game day two.
Well, no Polish player were double figures in that game.
Sokolowski for three. Midway point to the first. And the pace and intensity has not dropped for a second. Avdia. Now Levy. Levy looks to go baseline, has to be careful not to step on it, forced away by Sal. Balances the baseline, feeds it back to Sorkin up against Balcerowski, gets him in the air, and is left with a simple finish after the composure in the paint.
Yeah, very composed, very patient there. Balcerowski, a great shot blocker, and he was able to go right at him.
Sokolowski, 12-12, 5.5 minutes in. Around Balcerowski to Sal. Sokolowski for the three, gets that one to go. Polish fans celebrate.
Well, he's been aggressive here early, knocking down his second three-pointer. Aaron Sell, the nice drive and kick.
6 points to lead Poland. Sorkin has 6 to lead Israel. Avdia playing a creative role. Sorkin to the far side. Levy a chance for another three. He's just 1 of 4 from the field. Slaughter.
Nice pass.
And on the trail, attacking and penetrating the paint with purpose was Panitka.
Yeah, the demi-transition there. Slaughter finding his backcourt mate in Panitka for the first time. Us calling his name on offense there is Israel cannot respond.
Mikel misses high off the window with Panitka challenging the shot and then leading the fast break. Now slow it down and play in the half court. Poland up by 5 here with the last 5 points and now have possession again. Slaughter. 3-point shot. It's a big one if it goes. It doesn't for Sell. Avdia protects his backboard.
Well, all 5 starters for Poland have scored so far, so a much better start for these guys as Sorkin, the former Oregon Duck, can't hit the outside jumper.
That's his first miss of the game, having gone 3 of 3. A little further away from the basket than he likes it.
Oh, nice spin.
AJ Slaughter in the mood to respond. And they're in the mood to celebrate.
Well, you can see the intensity in Slaughter's eyes. That was a nasty little spin cycle. See here, leaving Tamir Blatt in the dust, gets in the lane, stops on the dime, knocks down the 2. One more time. Avdia couldn't really contest. Slightly off balance as well. Slaughter knocks down his second field goal.
Largest lead so far, Poland up by 7. And AJ Slaughter already has more field goals than he had on game day 2.
Well, you check out again the alley-oop. I think it was a no-look alley-oop from Blatt to Sorkin. Definitely going to be one of the highlights of the day. And it's been a great start for Sorkin, but even a better start for Poland. I mean, we won't talk too much more about that Finland game, but considering Finland had 17 threes and Poland had 16 total field goals, they already have 8 field goals here in the first 7 minutes. So a much brighter start. And they also had 18 turnovers in that game, and again, only making 16 shots, and that's never a recipe for success as Sorkin heads to the bench for his first breather.
Sorkin leading Israel's offensive output with 6 points. 6 for the first time. Jake Cohen, who started the first 2 games, comes in. Poland lead by 7.
Madar, number 11 for Israel, also in the game, hit 4 big threes against the Netherlands the other night, including a logo 3 that pretty much sealed the victory for him.
Denny Avdia, no time to rest for him. Misses the step back three off the crossover, bailed out on the boards. But nothing going for Toma Ganat, who's also in for the first time. AJ Slaughter. He'll pull it back, and Poland will look to stretch a 7-point lead. Shoots over the top of Avdia, and miss for Slaughter this time. Rebound Avdia again.
Yeah, didn't seem to quite have control of the ball on that possession. Slaughter taking a tough fadeaway.
Yamadar. And Jake Cohen, a chance to post up for the first time, gets fouled. It's the first foul on Poland in the game, and Israel have only committed one.
Yeah, nice flow to this game so far. As you see Cohen, former Davidson Wildcat, on the block. Sokolowski giving up a few inches. Commits the foul.
Israel's tallest player at 2 meters 10, Jake Cohen. Avdia up against Panitka. That's a great matchup. Looking to bully his way down the baseline, and Panitka was having none of it.
Yeah, Avdia tried to go to the reverse, but Panitka anticipated it beautifully. You see he gives him the baseline, times it, swats it out of bounds.
Such a tenacious competitor, Mateusz Panitka, looking to shut down Israel's superstar. McCown, the points have dried up for Israel. Avdia for the three, misses. It's a 7-0 run for Poland, and they're looking to stretch it here in the final 2 minutes of the first quarter. Sokolowski into the paint, back out. 3-point shot, Zizkowski rims out. Panitka the offensive rebound, and a fresh 14. Panitka. Sokolowski, Zizkowski attacks the paint this time. Tough shot. They'll battle for it on the boards. McCall comes away with it, can't handle it though. Poland get it back and attack strong. And then Israel put the defensive ceiling up above Sokolowski.
Yeah, Israel initially got the stop, but couldn't quite collect the rebound to go back the other way. Sokolowski attacking the basket. Avdia, another block again. He's 7th in the tournament in blocks. See their good hustle from both sides. But Avdia still scoreless in this one, 0 of 3. Again, he's averaging 22 a game in the first two, so they're going to need that scoring punch. The only player averaging double figures for Israel thus far.
Israel, who've been the 3rd worst shooting team from the field in the competition, now at just 5 of 16 in this one at 31%.
Well, that's right where they want to be usually, huh?
And they still win their games.
Yeah.
Defense has been the difference for Israel to go 2-0. We saw a bit of that defense from Denny Avdia there. Still Poland possession though.
Well, Israel were down 8 to the Netherlands at the half of that game before outscoring the Dutch 42-27.
And that's the other thing, they've come back in both of their games, haven't they?
Yeah, making these Israeli fans in attendance a little nervous early on.
They were down 14 to Finland early on game day 1 before winning in overtime. They've got character and they've got quality. But they're down again here by 7, and Poland looking to stretch the advantage. Michalek and Schenk both in the game for the first time. Zizkowski rides the contact and will go to the line for 2 to try and continue this scoring streak for Poland.
Well, I like the fact that Zizkowski did not even hesitate on the catch. Puts the ball down on the floor, attacks Ganat, and you see there, no question about the foul. So 2 free throws to come for Poland, who have struggled a little bit from the free throw line in their recent games. And he knocks down the first there.
Israel haven't scored since the 4:46 mark. So a 3.5-minute drought for them. And the lead is now 9. Poland scoring the last 9 points without reply. Madar to Ganat. They could do with some points here as we approach the final minute of the first quarter.
Nice pass.
Cohen flips it on. Ganat puts it in to stop the rock at around 4 minutes.
Yeah, great offense there from Israel. As Blatt putting on the pressure in the backcourt. But Cohen finding Ganat inside for the easy 2.
Here comes Schenk. Zizkowski tries to thread the eye of the needle.
Here again, you see Blatt to Cohen. 2 men close out on him. And that left wide open under the basket.
Schenk. Cohen, the big center guarding him on the perimeter. Wide open, far side with Sokorovsky, misses it. And then a foul on Schenk. An opportunity here for Israel to close the gap. Guy Gilles' team looking to come from 9 down and make it more respectable at the end of 1.
Madar, who bounced back from a tough first game where he went scoreless. And then in game 2, was able to put up 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. 21-year-old Serbian player, or playing in Serbia, I should say.
Only 2 fouls for each team in this first quarter. And it's flown by. Tamir Blatt looking to orchestrate the offense for Israel. Gannett. Madar, the other playmaker, pulls the trigger on a 3. Ziskovsky, rather, the rebound, turns quarterback, and in the end zone, Mihalek flips it up and in.
Oh, tough break there for Israel on the long rebound, but a great pass. Mihalek leaking out. Schenk reaching.
Not happy.
Well, that's 2 quick fouls there on Schenk. And you'll take a look here. He pulled the arm. Israel wanting the unsportsmanlike. Referees having a little discussion here. And it looks like they will actually go to the monitor to determine whether it was an unsportsmanlike.
Jakub Schenk was all pumped up to try and see Poland into the first quarter break with a 9-point lead.
So you see Madar getting by Schenk, and ball in the left hand. He pulls the right arm a little aggressively. And the question is whether or not that was a play on the ball.
It doesn't appear to be right from.
Well, he reached there. You see, it's kind of just out of his reach. Then his follow through.
Links, yeah.
Yeah, look. Let's listen to the referees.
It's easy to think on a slow motion replay that he's not near the ball, right? But when it happens in the blink of an eye, it's that tug at the end, I think.
Yeah, fortunately, Madar doesn't seem to be phased at all by the foul. Unsportsmanlike foul it is.
It seemed to me they were happy with the reach and then the link of arms. It was then that grab at the end that made the difference.
Yeah, it's a dangerous play for a basketball player. Obviously, it's a way that you can kind of pull the arm out of the socket. Fortunately, no injury there for Madar, but Schenk does pick up his second personal and the unsportsmanlike. 2 free throws to come here for Israel and the possession.
Madar unlocked by the unsportsmanlike call for Israel to start their comeback. Down 9. 2 free throws and possession with 9.7 to play in the first quarter. Jan Madar, the 21-year-old, at the line. Hardly played on game day 1. And then the 14 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds and a steal against the Netherlands. The man who helped lead Israel to gold at the under-20 Euros in 2019 when he averaged a tournament high 7.7 assists a game.
This is a great way for Israel to kind of get themselves back in the game here in the last few seconds of the first quarter.
Guy Panini in to inbound the ball to Tamir Blatt. Panini, the ultimate veteran. And of course, Poland with the foul to give, 4.8 to play. Whichever committing the foul, the next one from Poland would send Israel to the line. Panini, who celebrated his 39th birthday yesterday, inbounding the ball, playing at his 5th EuroBasket. Black to Madar, gets it away in time, long range 2, falls well short. And Israel down 7 at the end of 1. It's been an emphatic response from Poland after their tough game day 2. 23-16, the lead for them.
So once again, the poor shooting from Israel causing a little bit of trouble. There's 32% overall, knocking down 2 of 8 threes. Meanwhile, Poland 9 of 19, 47%. They've hit 3 of their 3-pointers, also out-rebounding Israel 13-9 so far, and then 9 assists on their 9 field goals, which is the rate that you want to see. And it started off with Balcerowski inside to Sell, and they have continued to share the ball throughout that first quarter. But of course, we haven't seen the best of Deni Avdija just yet, so plenty of time here for Israel to get back into this game.
It's the same old story for Israel, down early on, struggling to shoot the ball well. But we know from the first 2 games here in Prague that they have the character and the spirit to bounce back. But Poland at the moment of the team bouncing back from their disappointment. And it's been an up and down campaign for them in Prague. AJ Slaughter, the personification of that, after 23 points in a 99-point offensive haul for the team on game day 1, and then only 4 points on a 59-point haul on game day 2. But Poland's offense clicking into gear again, 23 points. And you can check all of those stats and facts and figures on the courtside 1891 app with all of the streams. And in tandem with the EuroBasket app, you can have everything at your fingertips.
Well, Coach Milicic after the game against Finland mentioned that the players had some heavy legs. They just didn't have the energy. They allowed Finland to get 32 points in transition. They didn't really sprint back and organize their defense. So, you know, much better start here tonight. Energy definitely on display.
Slaughter handling the ball, had 5 points in 7 minutes in that first quarter. Punitka to Balcerowski, poked away from him. Black off to Madar. He switches the shot to score.
Madar, we saw that the other night, very good at finishing in transition and avoiding the chase down block. So skilled with the left hand.
Punitka up against Black. Ziskovski to Slaughter. Doesn't hesitate in taking the 3, but it's well left of the basket.
So Avdija will check back in and replace Gnat. If you take a look here, the steal and the assist from Blatt. Madar, almost casual the way that he kind of sprints down the court.
The 9-point gap has been cut to 5. Panini. Balcerowski all over Cohen, got away from him though. Cohen going through the gears, turns it over, that's not his game. Punitka, long pass, Balcerowski. And foul on the floor.
Well, Balcerowski pleading his case for the and 1, but foul was committed on the catch right there. And then another dribble before he went up for the basket. So easy for the referees to wave that off.
We've got the young centre Balcerowski up against the veteran Cohen on the court at the start of the second quarter here. Punitka.
See Israel in the 2-3 zone here. Actually pulling out to a matchup defense.
Balcerowski draws Cohen out. AJ sidestep, 3-point shot over the top of Avdija. Offensive rebound. Punitka balances the baseline and finds Ziskovski. They'll try and tip it to no avail. Avdija dribbling his way out of traffic. Black moves it on. Madar, Poland battling back with their transition defense and make Israel work in the half court. Black though got the 3 off the hop, his second of the game.
Yeah, friendly shooter's touch on that one. And Blatt, again, he doesn't look for a shot too often, but He probably needs to the way he's shooting in this tournament so far.
Israel have closed the 9-point gap down to 2. Panitka fakes the pass to the corner. Defense didn't really bite. Elevation to get up. Cohen disappointed, blowing a fuse. The foul was called.
Well, it could have been a foul called earlier on that play. See Panitka takes a little bump, feeds Mahalik, and Cohen, I think they might have called him with a body. As you see Blatt stepping into the 3, giving a friendly roll.
2 of 2 on the outside now. Talmir Blatt, 6 points as well as 2 assists. Second foul on Cohen, so he goes out. Roman Sorkin back in. 6 points in 6 minutes for him in the first quarter. Michal Michalek at the line. He was one of the 5 Polish scorers in double figures against Czech Republic. In game 1 had 10 points on 4 of 5 shooting, and then went 0 of 4 from the field in defeat to Finland, just 2 points. It's just 1 of 2. And Israel now can look for the tie or to get within 1. Blatt feeds it inside this time. Sorkin up against 2. Balcerowski wins the battle.
Yeah, Sorkin better off probably just going straight up off that great feed from Blatt.
Panitka bumping bodies with Panini and volleying the ball into the basket.
Again, he puts so much pressure on the defense, especially when they're not set. And he attacking Panini, no mercy for the 39-year-old. Finishing through the contact, heads to the free throw line, try to make this a 3-point play.
The birthday bumps for Guy Panini, provided by Mateusz Panitka.
Panitka now 2 of 2 from the field, 4 points, already 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Again, he leads Poland in assists at 7 a game, so just does everything for this team. Also has a steal and a block so far in this first half, but he misses the free throw. That's the one kind of blemish on his resume. Shooting about 71% from the free throw line.
Sorkin gets to the strike, forced back by the presence of Balcerowski. Blatt finding Sorkin, who can't convert.
You got to dunk that with 2 hands, Tim.
And Balcerowski in transition turns it over, and now a chance for Blatt down the floor. Guard to guard, Madar appreciates the pass.
Wow, Blatt put just enough touch on that ball to get over Mihalik. Seemed like he was going to intercept it. Another assist and another transition layup from Madar.
3rd assist for Blatt to go along with his 6 points.
Nice fake.
Balcerowski trying to weave his way past Sorkin and gets a score.
Well, he seemed like he had a direct lane to the basket, kind of went the other way, finishing with the left. So skilled, the big man.
6 points in 10 minutes on perfect shooting for him. Deni Avdia yet to score.
See again, Blatt feeding Madar for the easy 2. And then Balcerowski, beautiful ball fake, little Euro step. Finishing off the wrong foot.
Avdia to inbound, he's 0 of 3 from the field so far. Israel down 5. They trail by as many as 9. Sorkin looking for Avdia, shot clock down to the final 3 here. Avdia going to work against Panitka.
Doesn't know.
Easier said than done, didn't take a look at the clock. Such is the pressure and the presence of Mateusz Panitka. He's just saying to the bench, Avdia, that he should have had a call. Nobody let him know. Panitka. Slaughter. Panitka up against Zusman. Shot clock winding down. Slaughter gets the free and hits it.
Again, if his feet are set and you allow him to catch and shoot from that 3-point line, you're putting yourself into a lot of trouble defensively.
His second 3, he's got 8 points now, AJ Slaughter. Responding to just a 4-point game against Finland.
Tough shot.
Hit a couple earlier on, but misses that one on the move.
Yeah, was leaning towards his left.
So Poland back up by 8. They've cut the Israeli comeback short so far. Pregame. When it goes to the corner, not thinking twice about it was Mihalek, misses.
Well, Blatt tried to chase it down and tip it to his teammate, but unable to do so. And another opportunity here for Poland to extend their lead to double figures.
Tomaganat will come in for Israel. Out goes Madar as they go bigger.
Yeah, Madar 6 points in 8 minutes. Good production from him.
Slaughter to inbound. Pregame using the high screen. Jeva, but poked away by Zusman, who's going to get there first. Checks the rear view mirror and gets the left-handed layup to fall.
Nice play there from Zusman, fresh off the bench. Did start last game, but here in his first minute, it's a steal in the bucket.
As a former Israeli League Defensive Player of the Year, Yoval Zusman, the 24-year-old, and he showed just why there. Entry pass goes in and a foul straight away on Sorkin. That's the 4th on Israel in this second quarter, right at the midway point. Poland yet to commit a foul.
Yeah, Sorkin trying to use his forearm there in the lower back. That's going to be an easy call for the referees. So he'll come out of the game. Nimrod Levy back in.
Slaughter to inbound.
Oh, wow.
8 points. Make it 10.
No, he didn't, Tim. The veteran move, throwing it off the back of Avdia on the inbounds. The self-assist.
Double digits in the first half for AJ Slaughter, who's been right at it from the off. Levy for 3, falls well short. Zusman the offensive rebound though. McCall for 3, too long with that one. And Poland can look to make it double digits.
You can tell AJ starting to feel it a little bit.
The 35-year-old looking calm and composed and looking to dictate the tempo. Finds Jeva, baseline cut, beautiful basketball from Poland, and their fans enjoy that one.
Well, that's the exact kind of offense we saw against the Czechs. Ball goes to the middle of the floor. Player from the corner cuts on the baseline for the backdoor cut. Gets the easy layup. Once again here, see Sell. Crafty little finish on the reverse side, but then here's Slaughter. Avdia obviously not paying attention, and he had to pay for it.
The 35-year-old giving the 21-year-old a lesson.
Your job is to tell me which 2 guys are most likely to just trade.
בסדר? אז עכשיו אני רוצה, הפרסט וואן תעשו סנאפ, וואן סטאפ, תומר, סנאפ, לא לתת לו לדרך אגרסיבי. עם הארבע אתה עושה סוויצ'ינג, אוקיי? אבל עם נמרוד, בסנאפ זה וואן חזרה. בסדר?
Okay, so let's see if it's Cristiano and Lionel. You are right, so congratulations. They give this go back to your friends. And now, let's again with DJs.
Denny Avdia still scoreless here. And Israel now down by double figures for the first time. Mateusz Pregame and AJ Slaughter are back to their best for Poland.
Yeah, Panitka just 4 points, but again has the 4 rebounds and those 3 assists. Slaughter, of course, leading all scorers with 10 points on 4 of 7 from the field. And now Poland enjoying their largest lead so far. And yet again, Israel finding themselves down double digits early. They've been here before.
4 minutes remaining in the first half. Israel also in foul trouble with 4 fouls. Poland can afford to play aggressive defense. That's their first foul. You see the 3-point shooting percentages for Israel briefly at the bottom of your monitor there. They've struggled to shoot the ball all through the tournament, but still found a way to win. McCall into Zusman, who gets it back from Ginat and takes the 3 and makes the 3. Yoval Zusman.
Well, good look there from Zusman. He's been struggling this tournament offensively a bit. Just 2 points in the first game, no points in the second game after getting 7.5 points per game in the qualifiers, and already has 5 here off the bench in just 2 or 3 minutes of action.
He's a 38% three-point shooter in the World Cup qualifying campaign. Picked off here. Israel inevitably turning to their defense to try and launch the comeback. Rebound grabbed by Kolenda. Or Jeva rather, I beg your pardon. Here's Slaughter coming forward. AJ Slaughter again slowing it down to his own pace.
Walked in 3.
Slaughter several feet back, misses at the buzzer. Last touch off Poland.
Well, it looks like Milicic will go to his bench. Get Balcerowski back into the game, and Panitka. Milicic not liking that last shot from Slaughter, so he'll head out of the game for a breather.
Slaughter now 2 of 5 on the outside. Taking plenty of shots. Leading all scorers with 10 points, now on the bench. Final 3 minutes of the first half. Israel down 7, having trailed by as many as 10. Giannat, backdoor cut. Giannat took the shot himself over the top of 2 and got it to go.
Yeah, Giannat playing much better here. He was one of their leading scorers. Game day 1, 13 points, had 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Was much quieter against the Dutch. But that's his second field goal here tonight. If you have a timeout on the floor.
Israel have halved that deficit down to 5.
You bringing the ball up. Mateus, you are here. You're playing fake. Fake. So at the end, make a pop. When you get the ball here, you're gonna come and see, raise the floor here, Aaron. And now, Soku, you're going far away so they don't dribble, they don't kick the ball out. Garbi, come close. When he starts dribbling, come close and then backdoor. Mateus, second backdoor. And then you, on a handoff, strong attack. And we have 3 fouls to give behind 3 people. 3 people. It was lucky shot.
The voice of Igor Milicic in the Polish timeout. Took over in October after Mike Taylor had taken Poland to the World Cup quarterfinals in 2019. Now joining our commentary team for this tournament in Cologne.
See there, Tamir Blatt, one of the focus players for today's game. Has 6 points and 3 assists. Already nearing his average. A little backcourt pressure from Israel here out of the timeout. Looking to trap.
Panitka handling the ball. Poland's key creator so far in this competition. The lock fake, suffocated. No room to breathe for Panitka. Balcerowski grabbing the loose ball. Still plenty of time on the shot clock as he goes to work aggressively. Wriggling through, missing the shot. And Israel show that defensive tenacity.
Yeah, great defense. That entire possession from Israel, multiple efforts.
That's what brought them there. 2 wins earlier on in this group. Showing that defensive tenacity, playing on 4 fouls as a team as well.
Well, here you see Giannat looking to get the ball inside to Lev, who did a great job kind of sealing off Panitka and forcing the foul.
Kel Mikel. Zusman back to Mikel, the 34-year-old veteran point guard out to the corner. Menko, shot clock winding down. It's a free shot for Mikel, and he got it. Clenched fist in celebration. Israel are on the comeback trail again.
A big-time shot from Mikel, who's not necessarily a knockdown three-point shooter, but knocks that one down.
From 10 down, they're within 2. Less than 2 minutes to play in the first half. Balcerowski slipping it in for Panitka on the bounce pass, and he gets to the line for 2.
Well, we've seen those two connect kind of both ways, either Panitka to Valcherowski, or this time it's Valcherowski back to Panitka, backdoor cut, bounce pass. You know he's going to initiate the contact and couldn't quite finish through it. We'll head to the free throw line for 2 more as Levy picks up his first.
You were saying earlier, a little bit of an Achilles heel for Mateusz Panitka, who can do everything and contribute in so many different categories on the basketball court. He's 1 of 2 at the line now. Make it 2 of 3 as he makes the pair there. He's got 6 points, 4 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 assists, a steal and a block, just to embellish the point I was making.
Yeah, he's a stat sheet filler.
He's doubled Poland's advantage to 4. A minute and a half to play in the first half here. Macau. Ginat to Levy, looking to the corner. Zusman was free, but the pass blocked off. Panitka. Poland looking to hold off the comeback before half-time. Panitka will take a 3, right of the basket, rebound, and a chance to run for Menko. Mikel. 7 assists without a turnover over the first 2 games. Gal Mikel misses after hitting the previous attempt. Menko turns it over after the hard work. Poland trying to keep hold of it. Ginat down on the floor. These 2 sets of players not afraid to get the bumps, scratches and bruises here at EuroBasket 2022. Mid-air collision and still a conversion for Jakub Garbacz.
Yeah, Garbacz with a tough finish there. A little hang time. A great hustle from both sides. A lot of bodies on the floor trying to recover that loose ball.
Zusman for 3. Ginat, offensive rebound. Zusman to Menko. I want to slow it down now. There's 7-second differential between shot clock and game clock, and then a foul, so the shot clock turned off at the end of the second quarter.
Well, if they hadn't committed that foul, Poland might have gotten the ball back, but now the shot clock will reset. As you see again, multiple bodies on the floor. Sokolowski gets the possession and a nice kind of outlet there, and Garbacz, tough finish.
Hustle on the hardwood, and hustle mid-air as well. That's what EuroBasket's all about.
And they're just kind of cleaning up those wet spots on the floor, and Evdia, who again, still scoreless. So Israel very fortunate to be just down 6 here and a chance to kind of cut into that deficit going into the halftime break, despite their star player not putting any points on the scoreboard.
He's not taken a shot for a long time, Avdia, still 0 of 3. And there has to be a scoring spurt from him at some point in this game. Back-to-back 20-plus point performances here at EuroBasket for Deni Avdia.
Well, so much of Israel's offense is kind of on ball movement, but Avdia can't create on his own. We've seen it numerous times.
12 seconds to shoot, end of the first half here. Deni Avdia, this might be his moment to take the shot. Goes behind the back, and that was Poland's last foul to give.
Of course, Avdia has a chance to go down as perhaps one of the greatest Israeli players ever. Obviously, very, very early on in his career, but the skill set and also the mentality definitely there. I'm sure Omri Caspi has something to say about that, but Avdia on his way.
Rodek Katas as well, of course. He was the last player to have back-to-back 20-plus point games for Israel at a EuroBasket back in 1997. Zusman to Menko, gets it away just in time. Tough shot though. Avdia not happy underneath. And Israel go onto the halftime locker room down by 6. Poland 39, Israel 33 at halftime.
Well, again, Israel comes in averaging 39%. Actually shot 39% in both of their first 2 matchups. Tonight, 37%. So they need to figure out how to score a little bit more efficiently. On the other end, Poland, you see there 52% from 2, 44% overall. Both teams knocking down a few three-pointers, 4 for Poland, 5 for Israel. Rebounding +3 for Poland. Assists also in favor of Poland. And both teams doing a good job taking care of the balls. You see the top scorers, A.J. Slaughter, the lone player in double figures at this juncture.
Again, it's the same story for Israel, down by double figures in the first half as they were against Finland and the Netherlands, and shooting a lower percentage than their opponents in the game. The difference in those first 2 games was they forced plenty of turnovers. Poland, though, protected the ball well here over the first 20 minutes. Just 4 turnovers so far.
Exactly. But again, the second half should be an exciting one. We've got another close game here. Poland, of course, looking to go to 2-1. Israel looking to remain undefeated.
Balcerowski, a big part of Poland's big start. 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting for him. A couple of rebounds, a couple of assists as well. Sorkin with the biggest play so far. And A.J. Slaughter, the biggest point scorer, 10 points and 4 of 8 shooting for him, 2 of 5 on the perimeter.
Last one. So now it's 1,000 points. Let's go.
Poland have led by as many as 10. Jan Madar on the breakaway for Israel. They need to rebuild that defensive platform in the second half again here in Prague. And try and improve those shooting percentages. Tamir Blatt's knocked down a couple on the outside. Kind rim on that one. Mateusz Panicka leading by example again on the floor. The Polish captain doing a bit of everything. Leads them creatively with 3 assists. Poland winning the first quarter by 7. Israel trying to ignite the comeback. Winning the second quarter by just 1 in the end though. AJ's quick thinking helped them close the gap to 2 from 10 down. But they trail by 6.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
And it goes, and Brabat with the 2-handed flush.
Beautiful baseline backdoor cut. Great delivery and finish.
Well, put the magic down. Lorenzo Brown going all the way. Lorenzo Brown says buenos noches.
They switch.
Beautiful handoff. And Tice crushes it.
Wagner dishing it into paint. Outstanding finish.
Down the middle, kicks out to Mamu. Mamu down the middle. Mamu hangs in the air, ties the game up. Mamu Kalashvili, Superman, has responded, and he says, let's go.
Now Musa has it taken away by Dragic. And Dragic, sensational!
Finishing is a skill. The body control, the touch. Goran Dragic is an outstanding below-the-rim finisher.
And brings it up, and he explodes, and Wagner just protects that rim and says, not in my house.
Perry with no regard for the Bulgarian defense. I mean, my goodness gracious.
Your favorite team.
Oh, what a pass from Hertel to Poirier.
Between the legs, pocket pass, Hertel flashing some skill. Look at that pass.
Wow. Toby, the brilliance of Doncic. He's so brilliant that he's fallen out of his shoe.
Again, Doncic drives into the paint, draws the defense, and the late delivery, a behind-the-head, no-look pass, on time, on target to Toby for a rhythm shot.
Rocky now curls one screen, pick and pop by Shaken, and he rips the ring down, silencing this arena.
This boy, he's no longer a boy. This young man is just awesome. Straight down the middle, elevates and dunks it two-handed.
Welcome back to the O2 Arena in Prague. First of 3 games on this court today on game day 3 of EuroBasket Group D. And once more, Israel behind by double figures early on. It's a 6-point gap at the half against Poland. Tamir Black contributing 6 points for them though. And once more, their offense shooting a low percentage from the field, but we've seen over the first 2 games that they have the character to produce a comeback. Tamir Black with 6 points and a team-high 3 assists. He's actually one of 3 scorers for Israel on 6 points, along with Yam Madar and the centre Roman Sorkin. Black 2 of 3 from the field, all of them on the perimeter, as Israel try and come back from 10 down. 3 assists without a turnover for Blatt as well. He's averaged 7 assists a game over the first 2 games with just 1.5 turnovers, as well as 8 points. And for Poland, after just 4 points in the second game to follow his 23-point performance in the first game, AJ Slaughter is back in business in a big way. Double digits at the half to lead all scorers in this ball game. 10 points in 15 minutes for him. He's 4 of 8 from the field, including 2 of 5 on the perimeter. Again, taking on more of a scorer's responsibility and leaving the creative duties to Mateusz Ponitka, who's got a team-high 3 assists. And how about this one off the backside of Denny Avdia? Not watching the inbound. AJ Slaughter in a clinical mood here this afternoon.
After the first half, with the score of the game between Poland and Israel, 39-33. And before the second half starts,
these 2 nations, both former silver medalists at this competition. Poland on home soil in 1963, Israel at EuroBasket 1979. And Israel have a young group that includes Yam Madar, who's got 6 points so far. Hitting a couple of his shots from the field as we see the leaders in the various categories. Avdia yet to score for Israel. One of their other 21-year-old stars does have 4 rebounds though. And to only be down by 6 without your star player scoring, Denny Avdia 0 of 3 from the field. Israel, Josh, won't be too displeased.
Well, there you see again Yamadara's stats so far in that first half, as you pointed out. I mean, yeah, Avdia, first game, 23 points, knocked down 3 threes, had 15 rebounds, 3 assists. You know, game 2, backed up that performance with 21 points on 6 of 11 from the field, knocked down 7 of 7 free throws, right? So he's been everywhere. He's been active. He's been the go-to man. But if you're an Israeli fan, you're a little bit worried about Avdia's production, but you're also happy that the other guys have stepped up, and now hopefully they can combine those two and pull out a victory here. As you see Poland's leaders so far, Slaughter 10 points, and then Panitka leading them in assists and rebounds.
Panitka playing 17 of the 20 minutes in that first half, more time on court than anybody else for both teams. And a little bit of everything, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. And he's also got a steal and a block on that stat line, 2 fouls drawn. He's a talismanic captain for Poland.
Yeah, always has that intense look in his eyes. And as long as his teammates can match his intensity, they should be in pretty good shape for this one.
And helping, of course, to keep Denny Avdia quiet with his defense. Mateusz Panitka had that block to stop Avdia on the baseline drive. And we'll see if he can continue to keep a lid on the NBA in the second half. Poland looking to respond to a defeat in the last game and go to 2-1. And Israel looking to go a perfect 3-0 and go top of this group, at least until Serbia face Finland later tonight. Before that, we have a matchup of the 2 teams at 0-2 at the bottom of the group, both in desperate need of a win. The host Czech Republic against the underdogs, the Netherlands. Plenty of pressure in Prague on the hosts, who would have been expected to advance to the last 16 bracket in Berlin from this group. Israel will be confident of their chances to go to Germany for the knockout stages after their 2 wins so far, but there's a long way to go in this group. 3 more games to play. They've certainly given themselves a fantastic start. If they win this one, they're pretty much there. And for Poland, it's pivotal. If they lose, they're in a spot of bother. If they win, again, they're very close to Berlin. Both of these 2 teams still have to face Serbia. Of course, Serbia the favourites for the group and 2-0 so far. So neither head coach, even with the win here, will be counting on anything from that matchup.
So now we have 60 seconds left. When the second half is out, between Poland and Israel. Now it's time for you. Winning the game.
We've seen Israel produce big second half so far, led by Denny Avdia, and come out of the locker room in particular with an extra defensive intensity. We'll see if we can witness the same thing again here. And you can witness all of the highlights and stats of the EuroBasket app. If you're quick enough to catch the code, you should already by now have that tool downloaded to your smartphone. Here we go then, start of the second half. Denny Avdia set to inbound the ball for Israel, down 6, having trailed by as many as 10. Talia Black, 3 assists, 6 points so far. Avdia scoreless, gets it back from Gannett. Back out to Toma Ganat, who's going to put the ball on the floor here. Into the paint, Zusman. Shot clock down to 6, they lose it. AJ Slaughter comes away with it. Blatt all over him, forcing him back. Panitka. Balcerowski, tallest player on the floor, gets the high catch and pops it in a sea of blue.
Wow, I mean, that was a fundamental move from the big man. Caught the ball high, kept the ball high, and despite 4 Israelis converging on him, still able to finish.
4 of 5 from the field for 8 points now.
Another steal.
Yet another turnover from Israel. Not the start to the second half they wanted. Poland looking to tie or surpass the largest lead of the game. Sokołowski locked and loaded. Misses the 3.
Well, Cohen unable to keep Balcerowski off the glass. Commits the foul there. And, yep, 2 turnovers. We talked about the fact they only had 4 the entire first half. 2 on the first 2 possessions in the first minute.
Poland still have only had 4 turnovers. And now they've got a chance to make it the out-and-out largest lead of the game.
Well, how many times have we seen this on the baseline out of bounds? The execution from the offense, defense unable to stay between the ball and the basket. And that foul will go against Israel. I believe they call it on Zusman. And a chance for Aaron Sell. Again, who got things going off in the first quarter with a nice layup. This time an and 1 opportunity. Lead back up to 10. Chance for 11.
Mateusz Panitka assisting both of those baskets to start this half for Poland, up to 5 assists in the game now. 16 assists on their 17 field goals, Poland.
Yeah, much better offense from the Poles. Israel needs to get it going.
Largest lead at 11 now. Quick corner 3. Panitka the rebounds. Continues to do everything, the captain. Sokołowski, Balcerowski rolling inside. Takes Cohen away. Good anticipation to block the passing lane, only forcing it into the backcourt. Shot clock still ticking here for Panitka. 4 to shoot. Mateusz stops and pops, and it falls short.
Nice pass.
Zusman running the floor, but can't convert the open layup.
Yeah, his momentum was taking him away from the basket. Good feed from Blatt, unable to finish in transition.
Panitka, high screen, Balcerowski. Comes back out, running interference on the perimeter. Those two with a great connection. Balcerowski, great hands, puts it on the floor. And can't balance the baseline to find a teammate. And now they're short-handed on the defensive end, and Zusman will try and take advantage on the perimeter.
And a spot-up 3 from Zusman, who's been looking much better on offense. Give him 8 points now on the night. Second 3.
Slaughter. Only the 5th turnover of the game for Poland that led to that transition 3 for Israel. That's been the key component for the comeback for Israel over the first 2 games of this tournament. And there you go, back-to-back turnovers after just 4 in the whole of the first half for Poland. Israel are at it again. Now they just need to get Denny Avdia involved on the offensive end, tries to slip it through to Cohen, ball's kicked.
Wow, quick breather here for Panitka. For the first couple minutes, you see the kick ball.
Zusman wide open, making it count. And Israel are trying to get that comeback going again. Blatt up against AJ Slaughter. Help from Cohen. He's going to shoot the 3, the big center. Back-to-back threes for Israel. Back in business. Back on the comeback trail again.
Well, the 3-pointer, that's why it's the great equalizer. On 2 possessions, they cut the deficit from 11 to 5.
3-point shot, swiftly to answer back. Celebrated by the captain on the bench and the fans in the stands.
Well, Aaron Sell, also 35 years old, has been with this program for so long, as Blatt comes right back with the answer.
It's a 3-point shootout here in the 3rd.
A barrage here in the third quarter.
3 in a row for Israel, 1 for Poland as well, and Balcerowski reminds everybody about what he can do on the interior.
The intensity offensively picking up here as you see Slaughter, a nice little feed. Balcerowski finishes through the traffic. Cohen, somewhat of a soft foul after knocking down a 3 on the other end. And then the Sell response. Aaron Sell with 10 points here in this game. 3 players now at 10 points apiece. Balcerowski can't complete the 3-point play.
They had 4 straight 3-point field goals, and then Balcerowski misses the chance for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Blatt, Israel down 7. It's Cohen with the running high arcing hook. And Gannett cleaning up on the boards.
Yeah, that's a tough tip there from Gannett, who's been very active in this one. 6 points now for him.
Slaughter. Sell, one of 3 scorers on 10 points for Poland now. Slaughter, another of them, takes the long 3 over the top of Cohen, and the 3-point shooting show continues in Prague.
Well, Poland really heating up now. And Slaughter, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc.
Gannett to Abdia, he's yet to heat up. Been ice cold on offense. He'll try and get going here, draws a foul from Sell. Again, he's still not taking shots out there. His 3 field goal attempts all early in the game. That time he was trying to create his own shot and put the foul on Sell. Black looking behind the high screen. Gannett free on the perimeter, wanted to attack the paint, and Balcerowski was having none of it, going straight up for the big block.
Nice steal from Blatt. Numbers here for Israel.
It's a 4-on-1, and the 1 wins. Aaron Sell comes up with the ball.
Squandered opportunity. Plays are being made here from both sides.
A fantastic first 5 minutes to the second half here. Balcerowski back to Slaughter. Shot clock to 5.
You can tell he wants it.
Slaughter this time takes it towards the foul line. Tried the shake-off crossover, and then had time for the pass to the unlikely source, Aaron Sell.
Aaron Sell, 5.5 points per game. Has 8 here in the first 5+ minutes of the third quarter, including 2 huge threes. And you see here the block first from Balcerowski. The man is 7'1", 2'15". Gannett seems to have forgotten that for a minute. And on the other end, a huge play here from Sell, transition defense, preventing the easy layup. Lead back up to 11, just like that.
Ties the largest of the game. Balcerowski did average 2.2 blocks a game in World Cup qualifying. Abdia takes it from the stripe. He's 0 of 4. That was his first shot since perhaps the first quarter. A chance for Poland to make it the out-and-out largest lead with the score here. Sell, who's got 13 points now, level with Slaughter as the top scorer. Sokołowski back to Sell. Slaughter looking at Ty Madar in Knox. Knocks down the 3. And Madar dizzied on defense.
I mean, Slaughter puts Madar in the slaughterhouse, and that one behind the back, between the legs, step back 3. Contest if you want, doesn't matter. Knocks it down. This is what AJ's been doing for Poland for 7 years now. 4 threes on the night, 16 points, 4 assists. And Panitka loving it.
Largest lead of the game at 14.
Well, all of a sudden the lead has ballooned to 14, and Abdia hasn't been able to find his groove. Meanwhile, Poland as a team really finding their groove. 19 points here in the first 5+ minutes of the third quarter already. Already knocking down 4 threes here in the quarter so far. And they are 7 of 10 from the field overall in this third quarter. So the halftime break, very, very friendly to the Polish team. As you see, Devdia, 22 points averaging coming to this game and the tournament, scoreless and on the bench.
Poland were 4 of 13 from the perimeter in the first half. They're 4 of 5 here in the third quarter in 6 minutes. And they've opened that lead up to 14. Israel have to respond sooner rather than later. And with the pass to the corner, Jan Madar does that right on cue.
Well, you know, he got going in the second half against the Netherlands. Can he get them going again? Of course, it doesn't get easier for Israel as they play Serbia next and then play the Czechs, of course, the home side in their final game. So, Slaughter again.
A.J. Slaughter, cold and clinical and going for the kill. 14 the lead once more. 19 points for him. 9 of them in this quarter. Madar takes the long 2 this time. Back-to-back baskets for Jan Madar to keep Israeli fans believing.
Oh, dangerous pass.
And Poland now 5 of 6 on the perimeter in this quarter. Threatening another 3 there, but they'll give it to the man with the hot hand.
Well, Slaughter has hit 3 in a row.
Moved it on to Jeva. A rare basket for Alexander Jeva.
Well, Slaughter is on fire right now. Knocking down 3 threes, and he's going to come out of the game after he picks up that first personal foul. As you see again, rising up right over the Israeli defense, and the fans from Israel can't quite believe it, but they are happy to see him go to the bench.
He's got 9 points and 3 assists in 7 minutes of this second half. Madar, he's feeling it right now, and he's fouled on the 3 by Mihalek.
Well, Mihalek was having a discussion with the referee there on the inbound and kind of lost his concentration momentarily. And now fouls a 3-point shooter. Madar, another one of those guys who can heat up in an instant.
Talk about Poland's 3-point shooting in this quarter. Israel have also hit 4 of 5, Poland 5 of 6. Jan Madar here fouled on the 3 after hitting one a few moments ago.
Madar, the leading scorer now for Israel, the only scorer in double figures.
Moved abroad for the first time last season. Averaged 8.5 points, close to 3 assists in his rookie Euro Cup campaign with Partizan under Željko Obradovic. A chance to play in the EuroLeague for the first time next season. He's got 14 points in 9 minutes. 4 of 6 from the field, 5 of 5 from the line. Double his average from the tournament. Jeva through a gap and fouled on his route to the rim.
Well, Jeva coming alive here a little bit in this second half after being very quiet the first couple of games. You see there, just diving to the hoop. Zusman with the reach and foul. But he has struggled from the free throw line.
He's the Polish League MVP, Alexander Jeva, the 24-year-old. Averaged 10.8 points and 5.1 rebounds in the Euro Cup last season as well, but only a minor role player on this international team.
He came in 38% free throw shooting in the first couple of games, and of course, hits the iron on that first one. 0 for 2.
He shoots in the 80% in the Euro Cup.
We're sure it's the same guy, though.
We're still figuring it out. Both teams are on 4 fouls now in this third quarter. 2.5 minutes of it to play. 11 the lead for Poland. They're only 6 of 11 from the line as a team now. Mikel. Ginat back to Mikel again. Ginat, high entry pass to Levy, who got in behind the defense and was composed to finish over the top of it.
Yeah, it's a great high-low feed from Ginat to Levy. He was able to avoid the shot blockers.
It's a single-digit game again. Panitka. There's a foul away from the ball. Offensive foul on Jeva.
Yamadar, very scrappy defense there, battling for position. And Jeva commits the offensive foul. You see here, the young man giving up a few inches and centimeters. And that left arm just hooking him. Easy call for the referee.
He goes to the bench. Igor Milicic brings back in Balcerowski. Poland at the foul limit, but the offensive foul does not send the opposition to the foul line. Only fouls from the defense. Mikel. Final 2 minutes of the third. Yamadar to Levy. He's going to take a 3. Well, after they'd hit 4 of 5 in this quarter. An air ball. It's a big minute and 43 seconds this for Israel to try and close the gap and give themselves belief in the fourth. Roman Sorkin comes back in.
Well, Israel still trying to figure out the rotation, it seems, right? They don't really know who they can count on consistently. We're seeing a lot of different lineups.
Well, Abdia has been the man the first 2 games, but he still sits scoreless on 0 of 4 shooting. AJ Slaughter in the corner, misses one.
They caught a break there. Panini kind of a couple steps off of Slaughter.
Zusman onto Mikel, guarded by the long limbs of Balcerowski. Sorkin wanted it on the interior. Zusman down the edge of the paint, looking to throw it back, but he turns it over instead.
Well, it seemed like he had the layup. Instead, turnover on the floor. Well, they called it 3 seconds there on Sorkin.
Panitka. Final minute of the third quarter. Poland looking to go back up by double figures.
Oh, Israel confused.
Balcerowski. Well, it wasn't the big dunk that we've become accustomed to from him, but they count all the same.
Well, 4 players were playing a zone defense, and Sorkin was in a man-to-man, and that was the breakdown defensively, leading to the easy 2 for Balcerowski.
Sorkin, little up fake, got Balcerowski flying, and then passes on to Zusman, who is close to the and-1 opportunity.
Yeah, smart cut there by Zusman to bail out Sorkin, and able to draw the foul on the big man. You see here once again, the nice slip there from Balcerowski with the easy 2.
12 points for him now on 6 of 8 shooting in 18 minutes.
Well, Balcerowski came in averaging 81% shooting from 2-point land, and he's about 75% here tonight, so won't do too much to affect that percentage.
Still just 21 years of age, a great potential for the future, but doing the business in the present as well, and Israel are doing the business from the foul line, where they're a perfect 7 of 7 from the team. It's any time. Final 30 seconds or so in this third quarter. 10-second differential between shot and game clock. Panitka handling the ball for Poland. Gets it back from Ziskowski. Balcerowski rolls inside. Ziskowski to Panitka. 8 to shoot. Balcerowski. There's the passing ability. And on the baseline cut, the pass to the far side from Slaughter. And Poland put a beautiful team basketball move together.
Well, another basket coming from a baseline cut. This time Slaughter, unselfish, gets another assist. 5 for him.
Madari got Balcerowski up in the air. Zusman, oh, he got it! Zusman hanging and hitting to try and beat the buzzer, but they will check it.
Well, the initial call by the one referee was to wave it off. Is that an alley-oop 3? I don't think I've ever seen that before. We'll take a look here at the red light. Yep, ball still in his hands as the light comes on. And well, he wasn't behind the 3, but that's a tough call. Yep, no basket. So 12-point deficit for Israel now, going to the fourth quarter.
This is the toughest position Israel have been in after 3, as they look to remain perfect here at EuroBasket, down 12 at the end of 3.
Go back to your friends and
So keep the whole motion. Motion.
Well, definitely the best quarter of basketball we've seen today. Two teams combining for 52 points.
The best offensive period for both teams, 23 for Israel, but 29 for Poland to double their halftime advantage to 12. And it all started with that three-point shootout. Even the big center for Israel, Jake Cohen, knocking one down. Poland hit 6 in the quarter after only 4 in the first half. And Israel knocked down 5.
Well, perhaps the most shocking stat of the game so far, Denny Avdia a -20 in terms of point differential. And Roman Sorkin -14, Samir Blatt -11. The rest of the Israeli team in the single digits with the point differential. So for whatever reason, Avdia just not able to bring it here tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. It's an early game.
It's hard to know what time of the day it is when you're in the arena for 12 hours a day, right?
Gotta love it, though.
Panitka. Poland can look to stretch a 12-point lead. Instead, it's an offensive foul on the illegal screen from Balcerowski.
That's his second foul. But a break there for Israel. They get a stop on the first possession.
Denny Avdia, can he pick up the pace in the fourth quarter? With Israel down 12, Madar, pass off the mark, caught by Zusman. Well, they weren't going to deny him that one after his miracle shot was waved off at the buzzer at the end of the third.
Well, that's his third three-pointer now, Zusman. And he's been a huge contributor off the bench.
13 points now, the second top scorer for Israel.
Israel 36 points from their bench compared to just 12 for Poland.
Panitka gets fouled.
Debate on whether or not it should be free throws, but you see he picks up the ball there, draws a foul on the 2 steps. Some more free throws for Panitka.
Israel not happy about it. Panitka goes to the line again, where he's 2 of 3 so far. Poland keep the scoreboard ticking, looking to hold off the Israelis in the fourth quarter. Only 6 of 11 as a team before this trip to the line for Panitka, but the captain does it and increases the percentage. 11 the lead for Poland. Panini, Madar, the top scorer, suffocated under the hoop and hit the floor with a big thud and also hit to the face of Mateusz Pregame inadvertently. And you know when he has to stop, something is wrong.
Oh, right there, caught him in the face. And no foul was called, so I don't think they can kind of go back and assess a foul just to stop in the play.
He's a true basketball warrior, Mateusz Pregame. He'll continue for Igor Milicic's team, even if he can only see out of one eye. Poland desperate to go 2-1 and tie Israel in the group. Slaughter, the top scorer, on 19 points. 5 of 9 from downtown. Trying to get away from Madar. Hand in his face, gets it back. Gets some room on the perimeter to shoot over the top of Panini, and that one falls short. Thea fouled straight away by Zyskovsky.
Yeah, if Dia needs to get to the foul line or get an easy layup or something to get him going, because right now just seems out of sorts.
Levy off to Avdia. He passed to Madar. Madar to Avdia. Is this his moment? Yes, it is. On his 5th attempt, he gets a big blow to land from the perimeter.
Well, this timeout, probably a good call here from Coach Milicic as Madar feeds Avdia straight ahead, top of the key three, knocks it down. And when a scorer sees the ball go through the hoop, that can spell trouble for the opposition.
Moving around. When we get the rebound, then we run. Okay? First offense is 24. We do one screen, second screen, two. Instead of 2 screens, so they switch. And then we go attack them on rebound. I want you to bring the ball up. Mateus, open on left side and set him a good screen here. 24. If they deny, you. 24. If they deny, Mateus,
Well, OJ Slaughter has responded to his quiet game 2 days ago. 19 points to lead all scorers, 5 threes, 5 assists as well. But now Denny Avdia is looking to respond to his quiet first 3 quarters. Eight the margin, 8.5 to play. Avdia's first points coming on that 3. Pregame. Guarded by Zusman. Slaughter. Guarded by Madar. They're playing high here. Poland, Balcerowski moves away. Pregame takes the 3 over the top of Levy. And Avdia reels in the rebound.
Well, under 8 minutes in an 8-point game. Plenty of time. Big time shot. Big time shot.
Defense away. Back-to-back threes for Israel. Nimrod Levy with Avdia lighting the fuse. 5 the gap.
They can get another stop here, but it might be slaughter time.
Israeli fans giving their team energy, and vice versa. Poked away by Zusman. 4 on the shot clock. Israel have turned up the intensity, started to hit the target, and their fans are turning up the volume. Tough to take for Polish fans. Two to shoot. Balcerowski, the center.
Oh my goodness.
The 2 meters, 15 center beats the buzzer from distance.
That might be the play of the game, honestly. Going away from the basket. And then a turnover. Wow, as the shot clock expired. Watch this. Right, left, kind of a bit of a fadeaway. Woo! The big man with a big time shot.
Well, this young man has plenty of potential. The Euro Cup rising star in 2021. And that star continues to rise here at EuroBasket 2022. 15 points now for Balcerowski. Panitka gets it back. He'll seek Balcerowski in more familiar territory. Instead, just takes the three, and it falls well short into the hands of Avdia. 8 the margin after that huge three from Balcerowski to alleviate the pressure. But Madar will take it back down to 5. Another 21-year-old looking to shine on the EuroBasket stage. 17 now for Yam Madar on 5 of 8 shooting, and that was his second three.
Well, Madar fed Avdia earlier this time. Avdia returning the favor. Madar, and you see, of course, a screen there set on Sokolowski to free up the shooter.
Slaughter. There's a long way to go in this one, with Israel continuing to play catch-up, having trailed by as many as 14. Balcerowski, look out! Oleg, the ogre, is at it again.
Well, Tim, you mentioned it early on in the game. He has a significant height advantage over this entire Israeli roster, and at that time, unstoppable getting to the basket.
Yeah, I said to you before the game, this could be his game, right? He's 8 of 10 from the field, 17 points. Doing it inside and out.
Again, Sell feeding the big man, who finishes with authority. Balcerowski.
Limited to 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists in the defeat to Finland after 14 points, 7 rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds and the 4 assists against Czech Republic. Balcerowski back with a bang. Dia misses a foul shot.
That hasn't happened too often. Avdia been 81% free throw shooter throughout the tournament.
Stuck on 3 points.
He misses both.
Israel not happy about the out of bounds call in Poland's favor. So Avdia 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 2 from the line. Seven the lead for Poland. Slaughter still the top scorer on 19 points in this game. Up against Zusman, a very good defender. Slaughter creating a bit of room, pulls it back for yet another dagger from deep.
Again, his snatch back between the leg, step back is just so hard to guard. And he's in such a rhythm right now offensively.
Panini caught up within the corner. Madar, midway point of the 4th quarter here. Madar slipping, sliding, recovering, passing, 3-point shot. Levy can't answer back. And out of bounds, Polish possession. They're back up by 10 points. 5 minutes to play. They have the ball again.
We'll take a look here. That little snatch back, like I mentioned, Zusman tries to contest to no avail. Slaughter, once again, 6 3-pointers on the night.
22 points. Just one off his game 1 tally. Now slowing it down. He's got 4 assists as well, make it 5 assists. Yam Madar pushing the ball down the floor swiftly. On the trail, Avdia takes the 3. He's 1 of 6 from the field now. And Slaughter gets to the loose ball first. Looking to rub salt in Denny Avdia's wounds. AJ Slaughter torching Avdia.
Well, he had 23 the first night, surpasses it on that layup, as you see here. Behind the back, fakes out the defense, spins baseline, and the little layup. Avdia doesn't have time to catch up. lures the defense to sleep. No help side comes. They think he's going to dish it off. Instead, finishes it right at the rim for his 24th point on a very efficient 9 of 15.
5 assists, 0 turnovers as well for AJ Slaughter. Poland in control.
Switching, switch, team and switch. יובל, אתה באמצע? דני צד, תמיר צד. אז כל ווינג פיק אנד רול, סוויץ', טרים אנד סוויץ', הגבוהים לוקחים, תומר בן אדם.
הם יורדים לפינות, אנחנו מקבלים את הגבוהים.
בסדר?
And AJ Slaughter backed up by his big center, Alexander Olek Baltsarovsky. 17 points on 8 of 10 shooting. Behind the 24 points of AJ. A big block from Baltsarovsky as well. Poland's young stars and old stars are shining bright on the EuroBasket stage again.
Well, another notable stat. So tonight, Israel, 0 second chance points. So Poland doing a great job, limiting them to 44% from the field and then not giving up those second chance opportunities as Tamir Blatt is looking for the no-look feed to Levy and throws it out of bounds.
Turnover number 10 for Israel. Only 8 turnovers for Poland. Israel have won the first 2 games by forcing 18 and 15 turnovers. Slaughter 0 turnovers with his 5 assists. Panitka just 1 turnover with his 6 assists. Panitka defense collapses away from him and he makes them pay on the perimeter. And Poland continue to bring the pain.
Well, that last shot could have been a dagger.
Blatt saves possession for Israel, but they're down by 15, which is now the largest deficit of the ball game.
There's Panitka in the last one, knocking down his first 3 on 5 attempts. See, hesitated for a moment, then knocked it down. He's now the 4th player in double figures for the Polish squad, joining Slaughter, Sell, and Bacharowski.
You remember they had 5 scorers in double figures in game 1 and 0 scorers in double figures in game 2. Today they've got 24 from Slaughter, 17 Baltsarovsky, 13 Sal, and 11 for Panitka. Levy to Gnat. Israel need it and they don't get it. It's hard to see another comeback for Israel. Poland going from strength to strength here in the 4th quarter. Sal. He's going to turn it over at center court.
Not a wise play there from the veteran. Again, 3 minutes plus, and obviously with the 3-point shot, you're never all the way out of it. But Israel needs to turn it on right now.
Panitka pointing both of his index fingers to his forehead, saying keep the focus. And Israel can't keep the ball. 3 minutes to play, 15 the lead. Slaughter gets away, finds his teammate for the 3 off the mark from Sokolowski. Israel just about to live here, but needs something special. Avdia to Blatt. Offensive foul, and the basket does not count.
Well, that might be a reason there for Israel to throw in the towel. You see Avdia committing the offensive foul. Such a smart play from Sokolowski. After the ball had already been given up. Oh, actually, it's Panitka, sorry. Of course it is. The captain putting his body on the line as Avdia will check out of the game. Again, not his best performance. 3 points, a minus 26-point differential for Avdia.
We'll contrast that, Aaron Sell, plus 26-point differential when he's on the floor for Poland. One of their unsung heroes, Panitka, who's always in the conversation for that honor. Balcerowski down the baseline, lost it on his way up, no foul. Levy, time running out for Israel. Not giving up hope though, down 13, 2.5 to play.
Well, of course, point differential always can be something that to keep track of.
Balcerowski saves it on the baseline, avoids another turnover. Slaughter up against Blatt. Recovers the handle on the ball, through the legs, spinning, back, weaving, stepping through, leaning forward, missing. Tries to put all of the moves on Tamir Blatt. And then a foul on Sell.
Well, referee's discussing whether or not this will be a 2-shot foul, and they're going to give it to him. So Blatt will head to the free throw line.
It's also the 4th team foul on Poland in the 4th, so for the next 2 minutes Israel will be shooting free throws. Shooting foul or not.
Dia might have hurt his thumb as he punched the, I don't know what you want to call it, the advertising board there.
It rather sums it up for Deni Avdia in this one. It's not been his afternoon at all after 2 superb performances so far at EuroBasket. Just 3 points here today and 1 of 6 shooting from the field and 0 of 2 at the line, and Blatt misses one as well. They hit their first 7 free throws, Israel. They've now missed 3 in a row, the 2 from Avdia and the 1 here from Blatt. He recovers to hit the second, to hit 10 points for the game. The 3rd Israeli into double figures behind the 15 of Zusman and 17 of Madar. 12 the margin, 2 minutes to play. Panitka pressed and forced into the turnover unless his teammate can bail him out, and Jeva did just that. And Slaughter will slow it down, take precious seconds away from Israel, and look to add to his 24 points. Passes to the corner, Sokołowski. Only 1.5 minutes now for Israel.
And Poland trying to run some clock off, but they haven't gotten some good shots the last couple possessions. And good contest there from Jeva.
A couple of big hustle plays from Alexander Jeva, now running the floor. Slaughter denied by Madar though, and ends up in a heap beyond the baseline. 3-on-2 fast break. Zusman for the 3, gets it, and Israel refused to wave the white flag.
It's back under 10. Still over 1 minute to go. See Slaughter try to put 2 on the basket. Madar with a nice block, and then the feed on the other end to Zusman, who's just been on fire. 4 or 5 from 3.
He's now their top scorer on 18 points. Yoval Zusman looking to keep the Israeli flame flickering. That was Israel's 14th 3 of the game, 44% accuracy, but they're shooting a better percentage on the exterior than they are on the interior. And they've still only got the 3 points from Deni Avdia. So some of the supporting cast on offense have really stepped up in this one, but their star has failed to shine.
And of course, it does not get easier as they play Serbia next.
This one's not over. They're within 9, just over 1 minute to play. Madar trying to press Slaughter in the backcourt and finds a way out. Panitka will take his time. Panitka so experienced And so Bolish still gets possession for Poland, despite the best efforts of Madar. Six to shoot, 51 to play. High pass up and the score. That's the Soko punch to the chin of Israel from Michal Sokołowski.
Look at that effort.
Blatt. Inside it goes. The instant response and a big collision. Balcerowski colliding with Ganat.
Oh, Panitka still on the ground there after chasing that loose ball. You see there the inbound from Panitka to Sokołowski. Another assist for him. And then Blatt feeding Ganat. No foul call there. And the D will come back in. Again, a 3-possession game. We've seen crazier things happen.
35 seconds to play. Poland look pretty focused and pretty capable in terms of holding on to this advantage. They've shown their mental resolve at this tournament by winning in front of 11,000 against the hosts on game day one, putting up a big
dangerous
offensive
pass.
haul. They just about keep it here. Sal tips it to Panitka. And now they've shown their character to respond here to a difficult game two.
So 3-team fouls, still 1 foul to give here for Israel. Oh, he carried. Yep.
A turnover on Sokołowski, forced by Denny Avdia.
Well, again, you hit a 3 here. 2-possession game. Poland has struggled from the free throw line at times. So the door remains open.
Well, Poland only 8 of 13 from the stripe for 62%. Madar to inbound. They have hit 14 threes in this game, Israel, as well. Levy finds Madar.
Need to go.
Instead turns it over. And with that, surely goes any chance of the win. His first turnover of the game. It's been an accomplished performance from the 21-year-old. 17 points in 20 minutes on 5 of 8 shooting from the field, 5 of 5 from the line, 3 assists as well. But he's going to end up on the wrong side of the result.
A little conversation here between Avdia and Sokołowski. Friendly.
Look at the bench scoring. Israel getting so much output from the bench. Poland, though, their starters bringing their very best again. Panitka, 11 points, 7 assists for him, with just the 1 turnover.
Oh, they're going to go to the replay to see whether the ball went out of bounds on Israel or Poland.
You've got to think about the points differential here, I guess, as well.
Yes. Okay. Stop in the moment I told you. Okay. Stop. I need to see any other camera.
These two teams will be tied at 2-1 after 3 games. 2 more games to come each. Both still have to play Serbia.
Stop. One more. Yeah. So now show me another camera. Maybe this.
And again, the ball was determined to have the possession, I should say. Referees initially called it to Poland. So whether it's clear-cut evidence that it's off Panitka,
he's deflecting here and the ball is going there.
honestly, it could be.
This is the right line, okay?
Also a bit of a foul probably on Zusman reaching there.
Blue team. Okay, continue to see the time. Continue to see when the time is stopping. Continue. Go. Now, 8.2 timeline. It's correct, okay? Go.
So 8 seconds to play. Poland up by 9.
And they've awarded the ball to Israel.
Israel can no longer win it, but they want to lose it by as few as possible. This is set up to be a tight group, the top 4 of the 6 teams going to the knockout stage in Berlin. Israel 2-0 so far. If they're going to lose, they don't want to lose by many.
So you check out some of the highlights here of this particular game. As a couple of stats to point out, you mentioned the points from the bench, 46 to 12 advantage for Israel, and the 18-4 advantage on fast break points for Israel. So they got those easy baskets, and in the end, Poland just making so many more timely plays. And again, Israel hit 14 three-pointers. Granted, Poland hit 13 as well. So it's a tough game here for Israel. They've kind of been down throughout. Poland leading for 37 minutes of this game.
We're in the arena during the timeout. The Polish fans up on their feet dancing. Thanks to the DJ. But it's AJ who's had them dancing for most of the game. 24 points for AJ Slaughter to lead them to their second victory of EuroBasket 2022. Tamir Blatt with a quick 3, too long, rebound Ponitka. And Poland provide the perfect response to go 2-1 behind the 24 points of AJ Slaughter and to hand Israel their first defeat as the Israelis failed to come from a double-digit deficit to win for a 3rd straight game. Both teams now 2-1 as Poland win at 85-76. Poland come out in front early, a big start to this one. A double-digit lead in the first half. Israel spending the rest of the game playing catch-up and not able to do so, held at arm's length by the likes of Ponitka and Slaughter. 4 scorers in double figures for Poland. They've put themselves in a great position now to try and advance to the last 16. Really good shooting percentages from Poland, 56% inside and 13 threes at 43% accuracy. They edged the battle on the boards, had 1 fewer turnover. The best team at protecting the basketball against Israel so far in this group, led by the 24 of Slaughter. Batsarovsky responded like Slaughter to a difficult game too, had 17 points. Aaron Sell contributed 13. Mateusz Ponitka, the captain, was a triple-double threat, 11 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists for Ponitka. Balcerowski 8 of 10 from the field for his 17 points. Ponitka's 7 assists coming with just the 2 turnovers. 14 threes for Israel, including 4 from Yoval Zusman, who led them with 18 points. Cohen adding his name to the list of long-range shooters. But even knocking down their threes at will at the start of the 3rd quarter, they couldn't close the gap. Poland had all of the answers to the questions that the comeback specialists were posing.
AJ Slaughter, the TCL player of the game, especially in that third quarter, just hit so many backbreakers for Israel. Anytime it seemed like they were going to make a run, a Slaughter three-pointer just kind of pushed them back. And, of course, the stat sheet stuffer, Panitka, 11 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, and a steal in the block. And Balcherowski making some big-time plays as well. Of course, that three-pointer at the shot clock buzzer when Israel had made another run, and it pushed the lead back up to 8. That was massive. So
that may be the player of the game. Denny Avdia, 1 of 6 from the field for only 3 points after back-to-back 20-plus point games for Israel. It wasn't his afternoon. He'll have a chance to respond himself, though, when these two nations are both back in action tomorrow. There's that big three from Balcerowski. Jan Madar, 17 points, the second top scorer for Israel. But Poland back with a bang. Get their second win of EuroBasket 2022. AJ Slaughter, 24 points, 5 assists, 0 turnovers. Getting the better of Denny Avdia on that occasion. I think we've learned a little bit more about Poland. We weren't quite sure over the first 2 games.
Yeah, obviously that 30-point loss to Finland. You know, Finland played a great game, knocking down 17 threes, kind of clicking on all cylinders. But this is more like the Poland we're used to, especially in the tournament setting. And the number 13 team in the world showed you why they were a top 15 team here today.
85-76 to Poland. Up next, 2 teams seeking their first win. Pressure on the hosts in Prague, Czech Republic against the Netherlands. And then Serbia against Finland. Jokic against Markkanen later on. Poland and Israel both 2-1. Serbia will look to remain perfect. And the 2 teams at the bottom, both in desperate need of a win. But a great game to start the action here on game day 3 of Group D at EuroBasket 2022 in Prague. We'll see you next time.